What is up, guys? How's it going? Hope we're keeping well, and welcome back to the channel. I'm just going to fix this camera a small bit there. I think it just moved as I was starting. That's a bit better. You can see us all. Good stuff. Hope you're all keeping well on this Saturday morning, 20 to 9. So we've got, what have we, 2 hours 20 minutes to the deadline. So a lot to discuss. Hope everyone is keeping well anyway. And yeah, we'll get through as much as we can before the deadline. Shout out William and Michael there in the chat as well, and Brundlefly as well. So hope you're all keeping well, lads. So big game week in store, double game week. Bournemouth and Luton both Dublin this week. So yeah, I've made 3 transfers last night. If you watch my video during the week, you know what's coming. But yeah, hope everyone is well. What we do, we'll start off, I suppose, with our normal proceedings. We'll have a look at how I fared out last week. Morning gaffer Michael Monan with the gold emojis. Appreciate that, man. Fair play to you for tuning in bright and early then as well. Was at the Galway United game last night. Very, very cold at it. I was over my flu. Easily could have got the flu again at it, but I woke up this morning feeling all fine. So yeah, we're good. We're feeling good ahead of this deadline. Hopefully we get the green hour as well at the end of the week. But yeah, good stuff. Right, we'll start off. So how we fared out last week. So 75 points. Just going to make sure you can see that all right on screen there. Yeah, you can. Yeah, 75 points for the week. Was all right. Was fine. We're just missed out on the green arrow. So we're now, as you can see there, just under myself there. I'm 135k overall. So 10k red arrow. I was on about bringing in Son for De Bruyne last week. Unfortunately, I didn't. Son scored. Could have had more than one goal. So probably lucky enough that he only came away with a goal. And yeah, so 7 points to 2. Missed out on 5 points. That 5 points would have got me the green arrow. And even then, Estepinian as well. He started the game. But yeah, picked up a yellow card. Conceded 3 times. So yeah, himself and De Bruyne are well up on the chopping block. And I'll chat about my transfers in a bit. But yeah, 5 points away. We missed out on it, but anyway, doesn't matter. Hopefully we can turn that into a green hour this week, get back close to the top 100k. I think I'm about 8 or 9 points off top 100k, so hopefully with a few differentials anyway, we'll get up there then as well. Good stuff. Right, what's the chat saying? Sent you a team on Xpal, Michael, no bother at all, and Cam there as well, and Brundlefly. Let me know where you're watching in the world as well. I know we've a lot in India, a lot in Malaysia, a lot in Australia that normally watches me as well. And yeah, Michael saying, kept telling you to get rid of KDB. Yeah, that was the plan until he got 4 assists in that Luton game midweek. So I thought they were going to thump United. They ended up beating them fairly comfortably. But yeah, just unfortunate. Son could have got more as well. But yeah, De Bruyne has left the team this week. But I'll get into my transfer moves later on. We also we're going to chat about my plans for game week 29 then as well. At the moment, I'm not looking to free hit, but we'll get into that then as well, and I might as well build a free hit team then as well later on as well. So stay tuned for that. But we've got plenty of time. It's nearly a quarter to 9, so 2 hours and 17 minutes to the deadline. Loads of time. Right. What shall we start off with? What's Michael saying there? Sent the team on Twitter. Right. So let's get into that. So, right, here we go. Let's get the ball rolling with this. Michael, where are you? Here you go. Good stuff. Right, what's he saying? This is me for the week. Dowdy comes in for Estepinian. What do you think? Right, here's Michael's. Nice. We've India, Adichie, man, Brundlefly from Scotland as well. India as well. Lovely. Love to see it. If you are watching and you're not subscribed as well, if it's your first time seeing my face as well, please do hit that subscribe button below. We're getting close, very close to 5.5k subs. Just under 50 subs. So fingers crossed we might get there at the end of this stream. But if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. Give the stream a like as well if you can. I can see we've 7 likes here on my phone then. So yeah. Right, back to Michael's one here. Estepinian in for Doughty, Ake Poro on the bench. Right, so all good. Udogie, would you play him over Poro? Maybe play Poro over Udogie there, Michael. The fact he's back fit, Poro should be on a few set pieces then as well. Team looks well, 2 doublers. If you're not free hitting, I'm not sure what your plan is, Michael. Let us know. But if you're not free hitting next week, I would be tempted to go Haaland Haaland to Morris if you can at all there. But nice team, template enough I suppose with the midfield and the forward line. Areola as well, pretty template to be fair. But just that there on Haaland, I only went on national radio in Ireland yesterday and told people to consider taking out Haaland. So if that backfires, I might look a bit of a tool to the whole country of Ireland. But I'm going to stick to it. I'll chat about my own transfer plans, but hypothetically, if you're not looking to free hit next week, bring in Morris this week. You get two extra fixtures between now and next week with Haaland blanking as well, and obviously Haaland blanks next week and Morris doesn't. Michael's not saying he's free hitting, so at the moment he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the moment. So Michael, I'd be tempted to bring Morris in for 7, get yourself the 2 extra fixtures. Well, 1 extra fixture this week and have him then for 29. That'll give you 7, and then a -4 next week would give you 9. Something to consider there. You have there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Morris will get you 7. 2 transfers then will get you 9. Maybe that could be something worth considering there as well. Good stuff, right? I suppose because there's people letting us know in the chat as well. I'll start a poll. Are you free hitting next week? See what the general consensus is in the chat, and then we'll get back to the questions. Good stuff. If anyone wants their team rated on stream, head on to my latest tweet there, pop it in below there, and we'll get the teams up on screen, and we can rate them throughout the live stream. Good stuff, right? Okay, 8:45. We've plenty of time. Good stuff, right? India, Scotland, love to see that. Good stuff. Right, back to Brundlefly up here. Martinelli or Palmer? Maybe the 2 if you can. I just want to see what was said on Martinelli. Is he all right? Because he did go off on Monday evening, but definitely Palmer. I can see goals in that Newcastle and Chelsea game. Injuries in defence for either team. What's Martin saying? It's only a gash, like, okay, so he should be alright. Try and play the 2 so if you can. But I would try and get Palmer in there for sure. We all know how good Palmer is for consistent returns, and if Chelsea score, he's pretty much always involved. But yeah, good stuff. Brundlefly watching from Scotland. Appreciate that, man. FPL Cam then in the chat. Estepinian or Ake to Zabarny? Probably Estepinian. Get him out of there, man. Well, Ake isn't guaranteed to start, but Estepinian is up and down. He didn't start the Europa last Thursday, but came on. I'd just get rid of him. Loves the yellow card, as I've noticed anyway, especially over the last couple of weeks, since I was the only one pretty much that's owned him when everyone else has gotten rid. But do Estepinian to Zabarny. Bournemouth have good odds for a clean sheet, so I'll get them up here for you then as well. But yeah, it's unfortunate with myself free hitting next week. Well, I could be fortunate because I'm saving it for later on in the season. But with me not using the free hit this week or next week, sorry, I can't load up on Bournemouth defensive assets, and they're pretty nice. End of the first game, obviously. Luton will probably get one, and I'll be hoping they will. But I think they'll get at least 1 clean sheet. But yeah, Bournemouth 48 and 36 there, 48% chance of keeping a clean sheet against Sheffield, and 36%. Arsenal then right behind them then, so yeah, I think that's 62. Is that my maths correct? 54, no, more than that. Jeez, okay, so 74. But then I don't know how you work that out then to get the average. I don't know. Yeah, divided by, I don't know. Bournemouth are top anyway. Yeah, for the clean sheet. I think they'll get it against Sheffield. But good to see Arsenal are second there, especially with a double Arsenal offence. So really want that clean sheet this evening. They've been great to me, the 2 lads over the last couple of weeks. 3 clean sheets and 4. Could have been 4 and 4 only for that stupid sloppy Joe Willock goal at the end. But yeah, good stuff. We'll see how we get on. Right, good stuff. Ethan, good man, Ethan. 2 points from top of my mini leagues. Thanks to you. $1.99 donation. Really appreciate that, Ethan. Love to hear that. Hopefully I can keep you there then by game week 38. Love to hear that, man. Really appreciate the donation. Great start to the stream this morning. Good stuff. Michael, Haaland dropping in price. Is that good if we buy him back? I bought him at 14.2. Should be fine. Yeah, I had him at the same for 14.2. So he was 14.5 obviously last night. Yeah, so it was going to be 0.3, but that's good at least. Yeah, same as who rose as well during. Well, De Bruyne was going to fall last night again. I don't know if he did. Maybe he did. But yeah, I did my transfers last night. You can see some of them on the screen there. But yeah, we'll chat about game week 29 in a few minutes time. But I'll keep going through the chat for now. But Ethan, good man for that. 2 points clear. Hopefully you'll be 2 points clear by 38. I really appreciate that, man. Love that, and thanks again for the donation. Ashley as well. He sent his team on Twitter. Good man, Ashley. I'll get to that then as well. Surprised by that 60% not free hitting. If you're on Twitter, I nearly have to stay off. I might have to stay off Twitter next week because it's free hits everywhere at the moment. But I'm sticking to the plan. I'll have potentially 9 for next week, so I don't think it's worth the free hit. But yeah, good man, Paul Smith from Fermanagh, up the north. Good man, Paul. Cheers for tuning in, man. Okay, good stuff. We'll what are we saying there? Great to see all over the world. Good stuff. I'm not free hitting this week, so quite confused. Yash, just let us know your team, and I'll help you out, man. No bother, no need to be confused. Let us know. Adicha as well, not free hitting in game 29. What would you suggest? Madison, Douglas Luiz, or Barkley? With Barkley, anyway, you get the extra fixture this week. Douglas Luiz against Spurs. Can I see them being a goal fest? Potentially, could be 1-1, 2-2 there. Douglas Luiz on penalties. You might go for Barkley just because he's got the extra fixture. Looking at the predicted points on Draft Town, we'll say Barkley for this week 6.3. Douglas Luiz probably around the 4 mark. Yeah, 4.9. To be fair, Luton have a decent fixture in 29 as well, so maybe bring in Barkley. West Ham and Villa that could be a few goals in that game as well. Also, good stuff. Thanks again to Eaton for that. Really appreciate that. Anyone who wants to become a member on the channel as well, you can hop down into the description there, and for less than the price of £1 a month, you can support the channel. We'll get you into a Discord group. We've a great group of people in the Discord at the moment. Lovely little community we have, and would love to have more in there as well. So anyone there as well. And as I said again, quick reminder, if you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. Getting very close to 5.5k subs. Would be great to hit it at the end of this stream, but we'll see how we get on. Good stuff. Right, Cam said it true on Twitter. We'll get to that in a minute, Cam. No bother at all. Adam, would you take a -8 for a doubler if free hitting next week? Depends what doubler. If it's Solanke, definitely, because he's your captain. One of the defenders, maybe not, no. Because I expect Luton to score against Bournemouth in the second game. If you're taking a -8 for a defender for Bournemouth, you might only get the clean sheet in the first game. And there's not much attacking threat from Zabarny. Kirkes is probably the most attacking of the Bournemouth defenders, but he won't. He might be rotated up after game week 30 when there's a few lads back from injury. So he's an alright short term move. Kirkes if you're wild carding in game week 30 or 31, but yeah, wouldn't be taking a -8 for a defender. If it's for an attacker, like I said, Solanke, maybe Morris even as well, that's fine, but I probably would leave off on the defenders, because you have to get the clean sheet just to break even then, and then more points on top of that. But yeah, that's what I would say on that. South Africa, Denver, how's it going? Morning from South Africa, Cape Town. Lovely to hear that. Would you take out Havertz for Bowen this week? Free hit next week. I saw rumours Trossard is going to start. Havertz did play well last week, a goal and an assist, if I'm right in saying that. Took his goal well as well, to be fair. Yeah, goal and assist for Havertz. Lovely little haul for you there. 14 points I'm nearly sure he got last week there, Denver. So Bowen this week probably has a better fixture, to be fair. But Arsenal at home against Brentford are leaky there as well. But maybe I would, if you've no other issues with the team, maybe I would say that, yeah. But yeah, what's Havertz there? We'll have a look, because if Havertz gets his start, he might do well. But 6.9 Bowen, I don't know where I read, but there's rumours Havertz has more predicted points than if he does get the start. So if you're free hitting next week, it might be alright without doing it. Yeah, it's a toss up really. If you're free hitting next week, maybe leave Havertz in, go for a Bournemouth defender on your free transfer, try to make the points up that way, because I think it will be close between Bowen and Havertz if Havertz gets a start. Good stuff. William, what are you saying? Chai in the chat. Where is he? Just above you. Hello FPL Chai, hope we're keeping well, man. Love it. Great season so far for Chai. He'll be live streaming soon as well, I'm nearly sure too. But what is he was 40th overall. He's having a great season anyway, so another Irish creator there. So head on over, give him a subscription, subscribe to his channel if you can at all. He's a sound lad. Still no laptop sorted yet, Chai, so that's why I haven't got back to you yet. I need to get a new laptop. I'm still on this old one, so we'll sort the stream out at some stage. But I'm not ignoring you, don't worry. Just been a busy week with work and everything. But I still have to get the laptop sorted. Good man. Cheers for tuning in. James, what week are we wildcarding? We're going to wildcard, I think, in game week 31. Just with game week 30, Man City and Arsenal play each other. So I want to try and avoid, because I'll probably be looking for at least two from each team anyway. So that's why I'm going to wait an extra week. The only thing is, though, it's midweek games, so hopefully there's not too many rotation going on in that game week 31 when I do wildcard. But that's going to be a quick turnaround anyway after the weekend. Sunday Arsenal City, and then Tuesday then straight into it. Then we might have a sneaky anyone in Galway. We might be having a sneaky FPL meetup that week or that midweek, but it's someone got in contact with me last week, but that's a little hint of something to come. So fingers crossed we might see you there if you are in Galway. Anyway, right back to the chat. So 1 week without Haaland in game week 30. Yeah, game week 28. I'm going on without him. Morris in an extra fixture this week, then an extra fixture next week. Haaland blanks obviously. The main priority in game week 30 is getting Salah back in. To be fair, could potentially get Haaland back as well, but Salah's the main man we want him for that captaincy pick in game week 31, and could maybe avoid Haaland for another week. But 2 weeks against Haaland, he'd probably get at least one goal any, if not 2 returns. Just need to hope Morris obviously outscores him throughout the 3 fixtures, and then worry about it then in game week 30. But it's going to be a close game in the Etihad with the title on the line then as well. Good stuff. Right, what are the 3 transfers, Michael? Here we go. So we'll go into my own team for now. Right, so this is how we're currently looking. Hopefully you can see this. I'll just check this. I might zoom in a wee bit more. Let's see how we are. Is that any better? Yeah, it's a wee bit better. Right, 3 transfers this week. So for Michael asking in the chat. So Areola in goals, all well and good. Dubravka on the bench against Chelsea. Hopefully Areola gets this clean sheet. Obviously got the 13 point last week. Not asking for that this week, to be fair. Just want that clean sheet. So I did Estepinian to Doughty with the double game with Crystal Palace and Bournemouth. De Bruyne to Son, should have done that last week. So I'm already 5 points down on that. But hopefully De Bruyne has a quiet game in Anfield, and then Morris in for Haaland. So Haaland has left the team. Yeah, I think it's worth it. As I said, an extra 2 fixtures. But yeah, Haaland has left the team. Will it be a goal fest at Anfield? Maybe. There's always a risk getting rid of Haaland, but Morris is alright. 5 goals and 4 assists in his last 9, if I'm right in saying that. But I was looking at him during the week. Yeah, 5 and 4 there in his last 9. So hopefully we should be getting some nice returns as well. Adebayo is close to a return, but not a full return for Luton. So we might be alright, but just really need a return from Morris in the Crystal Palace game today, so I can watch the Liverpool game with an ease and relax, I should say. And then Foden, he can do the damage himself, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Ashley, love the Retro United goalkeeper top, even though I'm not a United fan. I appreciate that, man. Robbed it off the owl lad. Lovely top though. Word to the Fulham game, so maybe it's a bit of bad luck, but yeah, it's a nice little top. I try not to wear too much because I don't want to ruin it. But yeah, no, it's a lovely top, especially for streaming. When I'm not sweating in it. Say if I'm playing football in it, I won't be playing football in it. But yeah, good stuff. William, best of luck in the triple captain. James is going for triple captain. Nothing wrong with that, James. If I had it left, I would go for it. Obviously he hasn't trained all week. But I do think he does get the starts over the double. So fingers crossed he does, and he should be fine. Maybe an early substitution against Sheffield today if they are up by 2 or 3. Or it could be a close game, who knows? But yeah, an early sub, and then the Luton game as well. Tuesday, Wednesday, at least there's a break then. 4 day break really, 3.5 until the Luton game then as well. So hopefully he should be alright. Yeah, good stuff. Then I can get rid of him then for the blank game week. He can rest up during the blank game week. Then could be back into the team then after that. But good stuff. Bav, do you think it's worth the risk to play KDB over Son? I play a Son. Try and play the two if you can. If you obviously have KDB, he is that premium asset. But no, I think Son playing through the centre easily could have had a mega haul last week against Crystal Palace. Hit the post. Brennan Johnson skied over when he put on a plate for Brennan Johnson. He even put through Werner, and Werner tried to round the keeper, Johnstone, and didn't get it in. But yeah, Caleb -4, KDB to Saka. Yeah, I think it's alright. I think that's fine. Get Saka back into the team. I think that's sensible anyway. Magneds, how many players minimum without free hitting next week? If you're not free hitting, I think you need at least 7, but 7 good players that'll cover you. If I was free hitting next week, right, we'll chat about the free hit now while we're on about it. I'm sure we'll be chatting about it again towards the end of the video, but just out of those fixtures, Burnley and Brentford will probably do well in that game. So if I was free hitting, I'd probably have at least one Brentford defender and Ivan Toney. So if you're not free hitting, you'd want to focus on the attacker. So Ivan Toney will probably have to come in next week. So that'll be Solanke to Toney. That'll cover you at 1. Luton, if you're not free hitting like myself, you probably already have Doughty and Morris, so that's 3. They're going to be popular picks on the free hit then as well, because it's a decent fixture at home to Nottingham Forest then too. So Morris and Doughty, that'll be 3 to cover against free hitters. And then the Spurs game, definitely need to have Son. So Son in the team then as well. So Son, that'll be 4. Pedro Porro, a Spurs defender maybe as well, that'll be 5. So these are all players the free hitters are going to have for sure. And then in that West Ham and Aston Villa game, Ollie Watkins for sure, that'll be 6. And then West Ham, Bowen 7, and maybe Douglas Luiz 8. But if you have Bowen, if you have Watkins, if you have Son, if you have Morris, if you have Doughty, if you have Toney, and you're not free hitting, you'll be covered. I think you'll be covered anyway. Because then with the defenders, I don't see many clean sheets. As I said, potentially Brentford against Burnley, Luton and Forest, I can see both teams scoring there. But even if you have Doughty, you'll be hoping for the clean sheet, so that's alright. Spurs and Fulham might get when they're in decent form as well. And then West Ham and Villa, I can see both teams scoring there then as well. So if you're not free hitting, I emphasize that, just focus on the attackers, and I think you should be fine. 7 minimum magnets is what I would say. I can get to 9 next week. I've 7 at the moment, barring any injuries. So I'll get to 9. I think that's fine, and then I'll be able to load up and double game me players later on in the season. But 55 votes anyway in the chat. 53% not free hitting and 47% free hitting. So good to see the not free hitting is winning. As I said, if you're on Twitter, everybody is a free hitting next week. But hopefully we do get by the game week all right. I'm expecting a red arrow next week anyway, taking a -4 when the majority are going to be free hitting. But then I'll be hoping to get that get those points back at the end of game week 34 when I do free hit. So it's all about being patient. Just need to be patient, and so keep that in mind if you are free hitting next week, or if you're not free hitting next week, that you're probably going to get a red arrow. But don't worry, your time will come then in game week 34, and you can get back up the ranks then when you're free hitting then. But 7 minimum is what I would say, and make sure you have the foundations really. I'll have a thread up and an Instagram post up next week about free hitting. Right. Amardeep, hope you're keeping well. Is it worth triple captain and Solanke, even though Areola said he hasn't fully trained this week? I wouldn't deter that away from not triple captain. It's an unfortunate really that he did pick up this knee injury just before the double game, because if you got through that roller coaster of emotions really, if you were watching that Chelsea game when everyone triple captain of Haaland, you got away with it for sure. And then the fact that he just scored against Brentford, so 10 points over the double gaming for Haaland. Will Solanke outscore that? I do think he will. So is a triple captaincy a good shout this week? I do think so. I probably would, to be honest with you. Yeah, I probably would go for it. Even though he hasn't trained, but it was the same story for the Bournemouth game. He looked a bit leggy, to be fair, in the Burnley game last week. Only 1 shot on target. Wasn't really involved that much, but Sheffield United at home, I think it's 46% chance of Bournemouth scoring 2+ goals. So if they do get that, Solanke will be involved for sure. Right, good stuff. What's William saying there? What's down here? Alvarez to Solanke, Son to KDB, and Estepinian to Doughty for -8. Was always thinking -4 there is too much of a risk, and I'll have Solanke. I know also big enough upside over Alvarez. KDB to Son, that's fine. Alvarez to Solanke, I think that's fine too. It's mad. Alvarez starting every game all season, and then the last 2 games then he's been benched twice. So yeah, probably would move him on. Solanke in is fine. You've got your captaincy pick then as well. If you're not free hitting next week, William, I think that's okay. -8. You get an extra player with Son, extra player with Doughty then as well. Let us know many players you have for next week, William, then, and we'll have a look then as well. Yeah, I think that's fine. The -8. Alvarez isn't even guaranteed to start, so bringing in Solanke gets your captain pick then as well. And Estepinian for Doughty, same as Estepinian, he mightn't even start. So there's 2. You're bringing in 2 certain players. Well, not certain players with Solanke injury, but I do think he starts. And then Son then as well, who's playing up front for Spurs. So yeah, that's what I would say. -8 is fine, and that's all good. Right, back to the chat there. Brundle Fly, thoughts on your best goalkeeper for the rest of the season? I have Martinez. Neto is looking good if Bournemouth do double. It's either 34 or 37 that Bournemouth do double. There's a lot of people predicting with the double in 34, or I think I was reading last night it could be potentially 37. Best goalkeeper for the rest of the season, Martinez isn't bad. Let's have a look at Villa's fixtures to finish off. A few reds there: Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. Maybe not Villa defence. Dubravka, we don't know when Pope is back. I think it could be in the next month or 2. But that if there's any setback there, Dubravka could be there. As I said there, yeah, 35 onwards, 35, 36, 37, 38, and Newcastle still have to have a double game week then as well. So maybe Dubravka, he gets his clean sheet last week, but just that run of fixture to finish off. Sheffield, Burnley, Brighton, Brentford, all green fixtures there, and it could be Dublin then in 37, I think it is. So if Pope isn't back, 4.2 million, I don't think he can ask for much more with Dubravka for the rest of the season. Maybe bring in Neto then as well, because at Bournemouth, still have to have another double as well. If we look at the fixtures here, who's the double then against? Wolves then as well. So yeah, I think that could be 37 actually. But yeah, we won't get ahead of ourselves. There's still a lot of games to come before the doubles are set in stone, and there could be some other fixtures that fall into 35 or 36. But yeah, that's what I would say on that. What are we here? Annie, lovely username. Who should a captain? Son, Morris, or Havertz? Out of those, I'd go for Morris there for sure. He does have the double game week, so all good there. Chewy, Areola or Flecken on wildcard 28. Already own Neto, no free hit 29. Flecken next week. Yeah, I can see Burnley getting a clean sheet there next week, or Brentford getting a clean sheet potentially against Burnley. So yeah, I'd go for that. Areola against Aston Villa. If you're thinking about the no free hit game next week, I'd go Flecken. Yeah, that's what I would do. Even if you look at Areola's fixtures, I don't think I'll even really play him until 33. Wolves away, Spurs away, Newcastle, Aston Villa. Yeah, 33. Fulham at home is probably the next game I'll be playing him. And Dubravka then, what does he have? Or could be getting rid of one anyway on the wild card. West Ham home, Everton at home. Not the worst fixtures for Dubravka. Yeah, probably go Flecken over Areola there, just because Areola's fixtures aren't the nicest over the next couple of ones. Right, Cam wants the Twitter teams, so I suppose we'll leave the chat for a second and we'll get on to the teams on Twitter. Apologies there, Cam. Keep the questions coming in then as well. I think we've got a few here. Yeah, good stuff. Keep the questions coming in, and we'll keep you entertained. What is it? 1 hour and 52 minutes to go to the deadline. So yeah, we'll keep this going. As I said as well, quick reminder: if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. What are we on now? We're 40 subs off hitting 5.5k. So would be great if we could hit 5.5k before the deadline. So yeah, I really appreciate it if you could go down there, click subscribe if you're not already, and help me get there. Right, Cam, first off, so one free transfer, 2.3 million in the bank. How are we looking here? We'll go into this team. So I think that's the opinion has to go for let us know, Cam, if you're free hitting next week or not. But at the moment you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment for 29. So a -4 this week could get you to 7, and then a -4 next week will get you to 9. So I don't think you need the free hit. So this week I'd probably do Estepinian to Doughty, Haaland to Morris, then you have 7, and then next week then Solanke to Tony, and then maybe Gordon to Bowen to get you 9, and you're kind of covered with the foundations of a free hit team then, and that'll get you through it. But let us know if you are thinking about free hit, and I don't think you need to. As I said, you can get to 9, -4 this week, -4 next week, and yeah, I think that'll be fine. But this week, Estepinian to Doughty, and then Haaland to Morris. I know it could be a risk getting rid of Haaland, but as I said, 2 extra fixtures by getting Haaland, and yeah, that's what I would say. But yeah, apart from that, team is looking decent. Pedro Porro back to full fitness then as well. He could easily sneak something against Aston Villa on set pieces, on corners, so who knows. You've got the template midfield anyway, so that's all good. Maybe a little cheeky punt on Morris, as I did say, over Haaland could pay off with the added fixtures. Good stuff, right? Coops, hope you're keeping well, Coops. What's he saying? Hey buddy, ready for another deadline stream? Good man. Tempted by 3 transfers. What do you think? Not free hitting 29. Okay, Foden to Bowen, Estepinian to Doughty, Morris to Haaland, or Haaland to Morris. So Estepinian to Doughty. What did he say? Foden to Bowen. Wouldn't get rid of Foden this week. Definitely not. So I'd go down to the -4. Coops is what I would say. And then next week you can get Foden in, and Haaland to Morris. So at the moment you've got 1. Estepinian to Doughty will be 2. Pedro Porro 3. Taylor 4. Son 5. Watkins 6. And if you're getting Morris 7. And then next week then Tony and Bowen in for potentially Gross and Solanke there. So yeah, wouldn't do the hit for Foden this week. Foden could easily do well against Liverpool this weekend, so I wouldn't do that. Foden keep Foden for sure. And then next week then Solanke to Tony, and then Gross maybe to Bowen. Keep Foden if you can. I know he blanks in 29, but keep him anyway. He's City's main man at the moment for sure. But yeah, -4 there, Coops, is what I would say. And that should be fine as of that then. Good man. Right. Anyone else who wants their deadline or wants their team rated, send it in there below. And I'll do a retweet of that in a minute or two. But we'll go back to the chat here. What are we saying? Bowen or Palmer, the better for this week. Bowen is a better fixture this week, but I do think Palmer does well this week as well. All depends if you're free hitting then next week or not, but I wouldn't be transferring Palmer out for sure. No, try and play the 2 if you can at all. But yeah, that's what I would say. Right, whom should I captain, Morris or Havertz? Captain Morris there with the double gaming for sure. Chewy, Areola or Flecken on wildcard 28. Already own. Oh yeah, we said that. Flecken for sure. We're taking a -4 to bring in Bowen for Odegaard. Wouldn't get rid of Odegaard for a hit. No, Odegaard could easily do well against Brentford. Gone triple captain Solanke, nothing wrong with that, James. Robin H. Watkins has been killing me for weeks, and I'm mad to be wildcarding this week and still somehow not finding a space for him. I'm choosing Tony instead. Haaland back in 30-31. Massive risk going against Watkins, Robin. I wouldn't be comfortable going to that game week, even against Spurs. Watkins could easily do well. Tony against Arsenal, I wouldn't be going for him this week either. That could be a bit biased because I do have the double Arsenal defence, but yeah, no, I wouldn't be going against Watkins this week for sure. I know you've already gone against him a lot of weeks, but with that, just don't be stubborn. Get him back into the team because he plays next week as well. You want Watkins on the free hit. Well, you won't be free hitting, but you want Watkins for the blank gaming next week. So definitely wouldn't be we'd be doing that. No, definitely not. Get Watkins back in, Robin, for sure. Whom should I captain? Son, Morris or Havertz? Right, we said that. Morris, yeah, all good. Caleb, -8 for Tony to Solanke, KDB to Saka, and Pau Batman to Zabarny. Anyway, getting Solanke and Caleb without getting rid of Tony just because he plays next week, or you might be free hitting next week. Let us know, Caleb. KDB to Saka is fine. Pau Batman to Zabarny. I think Pau or Emery said Pau should be alright. Maybe Botman to Zabarny, and you'll get an extra fixture then for next week. All depends if you're free hitting or not, Caleb. But keep Pau in because he does play next week, is what I would say. Especially if you're not free hitting, you want those extra players, and Pau should be alright. Bro, have you made your transfers? I have 3 transfers. I have the same team as yours except Poro. What transfers should I make? Abbas. I think the same as mine, especially if you have 2 free transfers. Do what I did there. Estepinian to Doughty for sure. KDB to Son, and Haaland to Morrison there is what I would say. Pedro Porro next week, so that means you're going to have 8 if you don't have Porro. Let me know who your other defender is, Abbas, if you have enough for if you have enough players for next week then as well. Emag Dogbar in the chat, love for the love, watching from India, another member of the channel. Hope you're keeping well, man, and cheers for tuning in on this Saturday morning. Hope everyone is well in the chat then too. But shout out to the members there as well. William, Ashley, who else had we? I think Jack was in there as well, obviously Michael there as well, and Emag Dogbar as well. Hope you're keeping well, man. Right, Ashley, apologies, we missed your team. Let's get into that then as well. He sent it in. Where are you? Coops, we did Coops. Ashley, here we go, Ashley, right. I've done Doughty, Walker to Doughty, Foden to Bone, and Haaland to Morris for a -8 instead of a -4 this week, and a -4 next week. So next week we'll just do Palmer, Gordon to Maddison for free. Yeah, so I'd keep Palmer, Gordon to Maddison is fine. Probably would have told you to keep Foden in there, Ashley, but it's alright, the transfer has been done now. So looking at next week then, you've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then Solanke to Tony and Maddison, and then we'll get you 10. So you're in good shape anyway. For this week then, Solanke captain, all good. Morris, Watkins, like the Morris pick as well. I think, come on, you got rid of Haaland, did you? Yeah. Bowen, Son, Palmer, kudos. That if West Ham do well in that Burnley game, you could have a nice little differential, a few hauls in that game then as well. And Van Dijk, you can't really play Taylor over Van Dijk, so that's fine. He might get a header against City, who knows. And then Gabriel and Doughty, Areola then as well. All good there. What are you saying again? For -8 this week instead of a -4 this week and a -4 next week. Probably would have kept Foden this week, but it's all right. As I said, the transfers are done, so that's all fine. Good stuff. Team is set up well. Bowen and Kudos are nice differentials. You're getting them a week early, with the nice fixture for West Ham then too. So all well and good there, good man. And appreciate you again, Ashley, for tuning in, and a great supporter of the channel then as well. Good man, good stuff. Hopefully you do get a green arrow. Right, back to this chat then here. What are we saying? Abbas, yeah, I made the three transfers. I've a benching Headache in Foden and Barkley. Who should I bench after the massive haul of Foden? Anyway, you can play the two, Adichia. Let us know. Send in your team there. Surely you might be able to play the two. Do let us know. Because I do think Foden does well this weekend against Liverpool. It's going to be a close game, but I do think Foden does well. He stepped up last week against United, and yeah, I do expect him to get something. Could see that being 2-2 or 1-1, or there'll be goals anyway. So hopefully Foden is involved. Right, let us know, Deech, any of the rest of your team. Let us know. Right, William, we got to you, good stuff. No free hit, you'll get the 8. Yeah, that's all fine there too. Don, should I do Haaland to Morris for -4? Bear in mind I'm free hit 29 and wildcard gave me 31. No, if you're free hitting in 29, there's no point to get rid of Haaland this week, because you can get Morris in next week then as well. So keep Haaland. He could easily do well this week. I'm just getting him in because I'm not free hitting next week, so it automatically gives me 2 extra fixtures, so that's all fine there. Zubair, who should I sell first, Poro, Walker or Richarlison? I don't think Richarlison's going to be back for the blank gaming, so maybe Richarlison. If you can get to Son for Richarlison, Zubair, that's what I would say. Maybe Walker to Doughty if you haven't got Doughty in the team already. Get yourself the double game week lads this week, and then it all depends if you're not free hitting next week or that. But Walker to Doughty or Richarlison to Son is what I would say. CR7, Lionel Messi 10. Can you rate the team? Onana, Gabriel, Zabarny, Doughty, De Bruyne, Saka, Salah, Kluivert, Son, Watkins, Solanke, subs, Dubravka, Isak, Lamptey, Breivik. Who the captain? Solanke for the Ironman for sure. And Onana in goals. Yeah, fair enough. Dubravka against Chelsea. Who are United? Everton this morning. Okay, yeah, fair. Team is fine. Gabriel, Zabarny, Doughty, nice 2 doublers in the fence there. De Bruyne, Saka, Salah, Kluivert. It could be a nice differential pick. Watkins and Solanke. Pity you don't have Morris. You can't really fit him in there because you've gone for a Clivert. Salah is a nice differential, I suppose, this week with the City game. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Solanke captain for sure. That's what I would say. Scott, Bowen or Palmer, the better for this week. Both of them are close. If you can play the two, Scott, I would. But maybe Palmer because he's on penalties. Ward-Prowse has been taking them off. Bowen. So maybe go for the penalty taker is what I would say. Kareem, what should I do? Adebayo and Ake to Morris and Udogie, or Foden and Van Dijk to Son and Reguilon, or Adebayo and Dijk to Solanke and Taylor. So Adebayo and Ake to Morris and Udogie. If you can do Adebayo to Morris, Ake to Doughty, maybe that's what I'll do. Keep Foden, so don't. I won't suggest that. Adebayo and Van Dijk to Solanke and Taylor. Maybe you can get Solanke. Yeah. Let us know, Kareem, what your plans is for next week. But maybe get Solanke. For the captaincy is what I would do there. Whom should I go for? Clivert, Cook or Tavernier? It's a toss up really between Clivert and Tavernier. Tavernier he's getting to play 90. Clivert kind of is subbed off around 60-70 minutes. We'll get that up on the screen actually because I was looking at that last night. Tavernier played 90 last week. Clivert seems to be taking off around 60 to 70 each week, I'm nearly sure. Yeah, 70, 68, 72, 55, 22, 68. He did score last week, so I'm going to assume he's going to be rewarded with the start. But 4.6 for Clivert, he's very cheap there. But Tavernier 5.5, 5.4. He's on set pieces. He's on set pieces for Bournemouth. But yeah, we'll see how he goes. Maybe Tavernier. He's probably guaranteed more minutes than Clivert, but I do expect Clivert to start because he got the goal last week. But yeah, 90-67, 90-68. So it's a bit of hit and miss really for Tavernier. Then I'd only be bringing in Bournemouth lads if you are free hitting next week. But yeah, out of the two, maybe Tavernier there, Ariane. That's what I would say. Maddison or Barkley for the next 3 game weeks. Aditya, Maddison or Barkley? Maybe Maddison there. Barkley has the extra fixture. If you have Son, go Barkley is what I would say. Aditya, that's what I will say there. If you have cash, buy Tavernier. If not, then Clivert. Cook is not as offensive as these two. If you have cash, buy Tavernier. If not, then Clivert. Yeah, that's fair. Didn't realise Clivert was that cheap, 4.6. Dawn, should I do Haaland to Morris for -4? Bear in mind I'm free hitting. No, go back to what I said there. No, I wouldn't do that. Do I start Garnacho or Bailey? Maybe Garnacho at home to Everton. Yeah, I'd probably go Garnacho. United need the win, so that's what I would do there. What else have we? Nilesy, should I go Haaland to Morris for -4? I'm not going to free hit next week on my wild card. Yeah, Nilesy, go for that for sure. If you're not free hitting next week, that's all well and good. You get the 2 extra fixtures with Morris over at Haaland there. So hopefully he can outscore. That's what I would say. Connor Buckley in the chat. Good man, Connor. He's a lot of work. I hope you're keeping well, Connor. Good man for tuning in. How are things there? Getting rid of Ake. Will I bring in Doughty or Zabarny at Bournemouth? It all depends, Connor, as well when you're free hitting. If you're not free hitting next week, you'll want the additional player with Doughty. And if you are free hitting next week, I'd go Zabarny in this week. Sheffield United, you'd surely hope or you'd surely think Bournemouth get that clean sheet against Sheffield United. So if you are free hitting next week, Zabarny in this week. If you're not free hitting next week, bring in Doughty, and then that'll give you the extra fixture then in game week 29. So all depends on your trip strategy. That's to everyone watching as well. If you're free hitting this week or next week, bring in Bournemouth lads. If you're not free hitting, bring in Luton lads and get yourself some extra players there too. Good stuff. Just thought about go aggressive back to Ashley there, -8. I don't think. Yeah, I think I do think you keep Foden, to be honest with you, but it is a tough one. It is a tough one. Yeah. Harry Mabbott, but as I said, actually it's done anyway, so don't worry about that. It's all done. Harry Mabbott, hey mate, have Gabriel, Porro and Doughty at the back. We're taking -4 for Zabarny for Zabarny into bench Porro. Gabriel, Porro, Doughty at the back. We're taking a -4. Do I think they'll get a clean sheet against Luton? No. So I probably would hold off on that, to be honest with you. To be fair, maybe go for it. The only thing was with Poor with him coming back is he could easily get an attacking return against Villa, and then you definitely need the clean sheet for Zabarni in the first game just to break even. And there's the fact then the Poor could get something. Zabarni isn't attacking at all. He won't get an attacking return. Maybe this is the week that he will get something, to be fair, but I don't think he will. But is that worth a -4? I'm on the fence with that one, to be fair. It's the only thing then, as I said, you need the clean sheet in the first game to break even, and then you need him to get something. But I do think Luton score in the second game. Maybe that's just my opinion. Nothing wrong with it, to be fair. It's just you're heavily reliant on a return in the second fixture. But I don't think they do get it. But yeah, we'll leave it on that one on the Bournemouth lads. But yeah, that's what I would say on that. Let us know in the chat then as well. What would you think? Would you take a -4 to bench Poor and play as a Barney? Just as all I'm thinking is with the -4 getting even in the first game, and then you need more returns in the second game. And Poor could easily get something against Villa. But yeah, that's what I would say on that. Stephen Callahan, I'm looking to sell S opinion for a hit this week. That's the thing then. Going back to the first one there, Harry, if it was S opinion, for example, I'd say do it for the -4 because he's definitely not. Well, he's definitely not going to play, but he's a big risk of not playing. Just with Stephen's question here, I'm looking to sell S opinion for a hit this week. Would you bring Poro in if you don't have him already? Part of me wants to give S opinion one more final chance. Plan is not to use free hit next week, Stephen. If you don't have Doughty's your man this week for sure. Get Doughty in, and nothing wrong with getting Poro either. If you already have Doughty, Poro's fine. But that's what I would say on that. Go for Doughty. You get two fixtures this week with the double. And then obviously you're not free hitting. Then you get Doughty next week, and he's a nice fixture, to be fair, at home to Nottingham Forest there too. So yeah, nothing wrong with going that. So that's what I would say on that. William, poll for non-free hitters. How many players is everyone going to have? Good man, William. We'll get that going. Good stuff. 101 votes on the free hitting and not free hitting. So I'm surprised it's actually a lot closer. 51% yes, 48% no. If you're on Twitter, everybody's free hitting, so it's good to see the Twitter bubble isn't an actual reflection of what it is for everyone, and so that gives me a bit more ease. I can be a bit more relaxed because I thought I'd be up against everyone free hitting next week, but it's good to see it's very, very close on that. Right, if not free hitting next week, this gives a good indication then of how everyone is looking. Alright, we'll say 4 to 6 for the first one. And then 9 plus. So we'll see. 6 you could just probably get away with it, but if they're all the attackers and that. But if you're on the lower side 4, I think you should probably be free hitting. But let's see on that now. We'll see what people think. But yeah, 7 to 8 is leading there straight away. Ola to Ola. Hope you're keeping well. Who to play, Van Dijk, Mitchell, or Livra, or buy a defender for -4? Just play Van Dijk. He might get a goal from a corner or something. So maybe that's what I would go on that then. Yeah, maybe just go for that Van Dijk. How are we looking then in the chat? 35 watching, 22 likes at the moment. If we can get up to 25, so just a quick reminder to like the stream then as well, it'd be very much appreciated. And as I said, if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. We're on the road to 5.5k subs. We're about 30 something off there. I'm looking at the moment. I think it's 38. So it'd be great if we could hit that before the deadline. So yeah, give the stream a like, keep the questions coming, and yeah, we've an hour and a half to go to the deadline. So plenty of time. I still have to build a free hit team for y'all for next week then too. But yeah, how are we looking on the poll? 4 to 6 if you're not free hitting. So maybe if you're on the 4 side, I'll be looking at free hitting. But yeah, 7 to 8 is winning at the moment. Good stuff. Right, back to this then. Ola probably would just play Van Dijk there, right? Or H11, would you do Haaland to Solanke, De Bruyne to Bone, and Zinchenko to Doughty for -8? Not free hitting in 29. Solanke in is fine because you're going to captain him. De Bruyne to Bone, Maybe you could just go Zinchenko to Doughty, and then probably would do the Bowen thing. You know, -8 is I'm not mad on the -8, but De Bruyne has been very disappointing. I'll be getting rid of him as quick as possible. So nothing wrong with that at all. No, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's all good there. CRM LM10. Do you think should have started Isak over Son, De Bruyne, Salah? No, there will be goals in that Chelsea game, yeah, but I wouldn't bench Salah. Definitely wouldn't bench Son up front. You could have a case for benching De Bruyne with Isak being on penalties, but try and get the two if you can. Try and get Isak in, but I don't think you can. But no, I wouldn't bench your premiums over that. No, for sure. Ivan, Foden to Bowen for -4 free hitting next week. Ivan, no, don't get rid of Foden this week. 15 pointer. Be very, very harsh getting rid of Foden. And I do think he will do well this weekend. He's City's main man. I definitely wouldn't be getting rid of him. For a hit, definitely not. No, don't do that. John Fullerton, Haaland to Solanke. I've already brought Morris in for Adebayo. I'm not free hitting next week. Haaland to Solanke is fine because you get your captaincy pick there, but he's not playing next week, Solanke, so you might have to do a few more transfers to get 7 to 8 plus. Surprise now 4 to 6 and 7 to 8 is around the same for people who are not free hitting. 4 to 6, so a lot of people going in with 6 players is pretty interesting. If you're not free hitting, John, make sure you have a plan to get the players in at least. But yeah, Haaland to Solanke is fine because you're getting your captaincy out of him, and I'll be hoping for that Haaland blank. I'll be happy with one return for Haaland, to be honest with you, just as long as he doesn't get 2. One is fine. I can, as I said, if as long as Morris does something in the 3 o'clock game today, I can go into that City game tomorrow relaxed. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Adichie, Foden, Bowen, Barkley, Son, Saka, Watkins, Morris, Solanke. Which one can I bench? Right, you have to play Barkley because he's a double. You have to play you have to play Morris. It's tough. Don't know if you can. It's a very, very big bench and headache at each of there. Oh God, Watkins, Morris, Solanke, definitely playing those 3 up front. Foden, Bowen, Barkley, Son, Saka. Maybe Bowen out of those, but that's a massive bench and headache there. Pity we don't have the all out attack chip, because whoever you're benching is probably going to get a return there. So that's a big pity there. No, I wouldn't be going for that. William, yeah, good man for suggesting that poll. Steve McMahon, hope you're keeping well, Steve. I'm free hitting next week and got 1 free transfer this week. Fab, Share, Bradley, Arsenal double defence. Fab, Share, who's that? Fab, Share, oh, Share. I'm going to assume. Bradley, Arsenal double defence, and Ake. Would be worth swapping Ake for someone this week. To who, please? 5.1 million. Free hitting next week. I'd go for Doughty. You don't have Doughty there, so that's what I would say. Go for Doughty in the fence, and yeah, I think you're all good there. 51 plus 48 equals 99. I think it's like 51 point something %. But yeah, they don't worry about that, Michael. The YouTube isn't broken. Don't worry. But yeah, very, very close. I'm very surprised on the free hitters and non-free hitters. But yeah, good stuff. Zeba, bench Odegaard, Palmer or Foden. Can you play all 3? That's what I would say. Can you play all 3? Let me know if you can play all 3. Let me just have a quick look at something. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, interesting. Right. Odegaard, Palmer, Foden, Zeba. Let us know what else your team is. Surely you can play all those 3. Odegaard could easily return. Palmer as well. Foden. Surely you can bench someone else. DK Beats. How do? Positive news on Poro. Exactly. Great to see him back. Will you be starting him this week? I don't think I can. No. And given that he may not get 90, but we don't start Poro for clean sheets. True. But as you can see there, I do have double Arsenal, who are second favourite for a clean sheet. First, in terms of one fixture, they're 50%, but the fact Bournemouth have a double is why Bournemouth top the charts. But yeah, double Arsenal defence there, and Doughty is the reason Poro is going to be on my bench. But great to see him back ahead of the blank game next week. An extra player then for next week. Hopefully hopefully if he does play this weekend, he doesn't do any injuries to himself. But yeah, we definitely need him. We need him for next week to get me to 9 players. So fingers crossed he gets through this game week injury free. And as same goes to all my game week 29 players, Taylor there as well, Charlie Taylor. Need him to get some minutes next week for sure. But we'll see. KT, Douglas Luiz or Palmer? Probably Palmer. All depends if you're free hitting next week or not. If you are free hitting, Palmer. If you're not free hitting, you might want Douglas Luiz in this week to get that extra fixture. If you're not free hitting, go for Douglas Luiz. If you are free hitting, Palmer. I do think Palmer does well this week. Let's have a look at his predicted points. 5.8. Douglas Luiz might be 4 or something, is he? 4.9, yeah. So Palmer's predicted to do a lot better than on this week. Well, an extra point predicted better, but it all come down to a penalty. If Villa get a penalty, Luiz will obviously be taking it. But I'd go Palmer this week. I can see that Chelsea Newcastle game, been a lot of goals in that game, so that's what I would say on that. Henry, hope you're keeping well. Saka, Foden, Bowen, Palmer and Son. Who do I bench? Play them all, Henry. Surely you can play them all. You have a big bench and headache there. Excuse me, sorry. Foden, definitely play Foden. Definitely play Saka. Definitely play Palmer. Definitely play Son. Maybe Bowen on the bench, but that could go pear shaped. So yeah, that's a tough one. Surely you can play them all, Henry. Depends, but then you might have Haaland, Morris and Solanke up front then as well. Maybe Bowen, but whoever you bench is going to be points. So that's a bit unfortunate there, Henry. Good stuff. Around 27 likes, good going. What are we? 5.46k, so 30 something still off hitting our 5.5k goal. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. Really would appreciate it if you could at all. Yeah, we've been working hard on the channel as well, so it would be great to hit the 5.5k at the end of this stream. But we've a bit of work to get there, 30 something away from getting there. So if you are watching and you're not subscribed, just hop down there, click subscribe. Only takes a second, but it helps the channel out massively. So really would appreciate it. William, silly season is really coming into FPL now. Every week you could see big fluctuation in overall, yeah. Especially next week with myself not free hitting, I could go down a lot, but yeah, we'll see. 135k overall. I got a comment on TikTok yesterday that I shouldn't even be giving advice because I'm not inside the top 100k, which is a bit harsh, but we'll get over it. But 135k overall. I was laughing at that last night when I saw that, so I shouldn't be giving advice until I get into the top 100k. This fellow was saying, but we're nearly there. We were in it 2 weeks ago, and 2 red arrows the last 2 weeks has taken me out of it. But the comments on TikTok can be funny at times. But yeah, good stuff. Steve, thank you, mate. No bother at all, man. CR7 LN10 in the press conference. Areola, I'm gonna mess up his name. The Bournemouth manager said that Solanke has not fully trained with the team, and he is hopeful that he can play. Are you going to captain him? If not, whom? Yeah, I'm going to captain him, I suppose. Now is the time I show me captaincy video on Instagram here if it wants to load at all. But yeah, double gaming for Bournemouth. Can see them doing well next week. But the lads in the YouTube membership Discord are always telling me I need to play me captaincy videos because they do take a bit of time between going to pitches and actually filming them. But yeah, that's who I'm captaining this week. 9.7 predicted points, 78% chance of scoring, and he's on penalties. 48% chance of Bournemouth scoring 2 against Sheffield, and a 40% chance of scoring 2 against Luton. So that's what I would do there. Yeah, but silly season is definitely here. Let me know in the chat as well what do you want to see on Instagram in terms of captaincy pick videos. Let us know. Don't say Garnacho's bicycle because not a chance I'll be able to do that, but give us a few recommendations if you can at all, and because I'm coming short up on the ideas, so something niche or whatever I can try and film, but let us know in the chat if you what you would like to see. Brian as well, another member watching. Hope you're keeping well, Brian. Now, so would you play Palmer over Maddison this week? Can you play the two, Brian? Let us know your full team, Brian. But Palmer for sure. Definitely starting. You nearly want Maddison in there too. There'll be goals in that Villa game, but surely you can play the two, Brian. Let us know your full team. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. William Discord once made, as William said something on the Discord, has he? Let's see, has he said something? Emog Dogba, right? We'll get your team up here. He's on the Discord. -8 for Emog Dogba. He's thinking Doughty and Bowen in. Who's he getting rid of? For Wang and Aki. Okay, so that's all right. And then, right, so Emog Dogba, looking at your team here, man. Areola for next week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 for next week then, so that's not bad at all. Son in then. Would you prefer Son this week? Maybe over Bowen. Don't know. I probably would go for Son, Emog Dogba maybe, and then get Bowen next week for Gross. Then you'll have 8, and then Solanke to Morris will get you 9. So Emog Dogba, there you go. Your team is looking decent for next week and this week then as well. I'd try and work towards that, and that's what I would say there. Don't worry about losing money. I know you're worried about their 0.2 million loss, but as Ashley said there, doesn't matter about the loss. All that matters about the points. So yeah, that's what I would say. Good stuff. CR7 LN10. Thanks. Don't forget to subscribe and like, guys. He's doing massive work for us. Good stuff. Appreciate that. CR7 LN10. As I said, if you haven't liked the stream already, please do give it a like. And if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit subscribe on the channel. I really would appreciate it. Good stuff. Right, back to planning ahead. So for the deadline, where are we going now? We'll go back to the chat. Who do we finish on? CR7 LN10, yeah, Solanke captain for sure. Zeba front 8, Foden, Saka, Palmer, Odegaard, Son, Watkins, Haaland, Solanke. Massive bench and headache there. So Jesus. Front 8 of Foden, Saka, Palmer, Odegaard, Son, Watkins. So Watkins, Haaland, Solanke have to play, I suppose. Odegaard, Son, Saka, Palmer, Foden. Oh, that's a tough one. You could maybe bench Odegaard because you've got 2 Arsenal lads already, but that's tough. That's very tough, Zeba. It's a pity you're giving yourself a massive bench and headache, but yeah, maybe Odegaard on the bench, but he could easily return there as well. Could be Foden, between Foden and Odegaard, but I do think Foden does well. Maybe Foden with the fixture, but I wouldn't be mad on benching Foden there at all. Garnacho or Foden this week, plus triple captain Solanke is still good. Foden, I think Foden. See if you can get Garnacho in at all, Jonathan, but Foden's the main man for City, so I'd leave it at that. That's what I would say. Back to Brian there. What's he saying? The players I'm starting over Maddison are Son, Saka, Watkins, Haaland, Palmer, and double gaming players. I'm not keen on benching them, but everyone else might just do better this week. That's fine. So yeah, Maddison on the bench. So would start Palmer. Yeah, on penalties. Can see goals. A lot of injuries to Newcastle lads. Trippier's out. They've we'll get them up on the side here. How many injuries have they? But can see goals in that Chelsea Newcastle game. Trippier. No, well, not too many injuries. Trippier's just an additional injury to ones that they already have. But yeah, not looking too bad. Right, back to the chat. Greetings from Istanbul, KT. Great to see that. Love that from Istanbul. Right, what are we? Nearly a quarter to 10. Sorry. So, let's get back on track then for the double gaming planning. Okay, good stuff. What are we? 32 watching in the chat. Good stuff. How many are we on? 28 likes. If we can get to 30, that'd be much appreciated there. Cool. Excuse me. One more question then for John. Would you start Gross or Neto? Gross came on in the second half last week. I'd start Gross, yeah. Few injuries to Wolves. They are playing Fulham. Brighton against Forest. I think Gross is fine then. Did he play the full game against Roma? I'm just going to check this because they got thumped in the on Thursday night. Brighton 4-0. He probably did play all the game, did he? Yeah, he did. Played all. That's probably why he was rested, John, for that. So I think he's fine for this weekend then. But yeah, I'd leave him in. Wolves have a lot of injuries, and at least we all know Gross is on penalties, so yeah, leave Gross in, bench Neto. Wolves might be lacking on the attacking output because of that, but yeah, that's what I would say. Mate, who to bench out of Gordon, Tony Watkins, Palmer, Foden and Bailey? Maybe Gordon out of those. Yeah, maybe Gordon or H11 is what I would say. Elohim, Haaland to Solanke, Tony to Morris for -8. I have Watkins. Maybe, yeah, you're getting Solanke in for the captaincy, so that's fine. Tony to Morris for -8. I have Watkins. Yeah, that's all good. I'd go with that. Good stuff. Where are we in the chat? Yeah, back to Brian there. I probably would leave Maddison on the bench, so start Palmer over Maddison. That's all good there. Good morning. You reckon Haaland to Foden to Morris Bowen worded for a hit if I'm using free hit next week? Don't get rid of Foden, I don't think. Maybe even don't get rid of Haaland, Archie, just because you're free hitting. So let us know the rest of your team, Archie. Can you get Morris in another way, or can you get Bowen in another way? I wouldn't be getting rid of Foden. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that. But let us know, Archie, the rest of your team, and we'll have a look through that then. Yeah, Sarabia or Foden to start. Foden for sure. And will Solanke start? I think he will. Quick reminder, he hasn't trained all week, but I think he'll be fine to start the two of them. Yeah, that's what I would say. Fingers crossed he does get a haul. 10 points to beat for Haaland for triple captainers who are using it this week. 10 points to beat. I think he does beat it. 2 returns. He could nearly get the 2 returns, and then in that Sheffield United game. As we all know, Haaland had a bit of a shocker in that first Chelsea game, but he got the return in the second game. I was hoping for 3 returns over the 2 from Haaland that week, but he messed it up in the Chelsea game with all those misses. But will Solanke start? I think he does. So Haslim, I think you're fine there. Gonna take a quick sip of water then. Quick reminder to like the stream then also, and if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. Really would appreciate it. As I said, we're on the road to 5.5k subs, so that'd be much appreciated. Right, Danny Adichie need to bench 1. KDB, Foden, Douglas Luiz, Saka, Palmer, Haaland and Solanke, Watkins. Maybe Douglas Luiz there, Danny. Yeah, you need to play Palmer, you need to play Foden. Could nearly do KDB to Son to get him out of the way there, to be honest with you, but probably Douglas Luiz, Danny on the bench there. Make a poll of who will free hit next week. We did that one already, Taslim. It was 58. It was 58, 40, or it was very close. I think it was 51, 49 or something. But yeah, we did that free hit poll already. But looking at then next week, 19 minutes ago, 47 votes. Very surprised, to be fair, if you're not free hitting. How many players do they have? 4 to 6. It's probably the upper echelon of 6 players, but 4 is scraping it. If you're on 4 players, I'd be looking to free hit next week. 7 to 8 is fine. 9 plus is mighty if you're not free hitting. But if you're on 4, as I said there, I'd try and probably look it towards free hitting, but surprised by that. We'll keep it going anyway for the next while. Charlotte in the chat as well. Good woman, Charlotte. You're on my Patreon. Sorry, I haven't looked at the message yet this morning. Morning, send questions team on Telegram if you got a second. Sound good stuff, Charlotte. So we'll get you up on stream. Use my 2 free transfers this week. KDB to Son, Haaland to Morris. Charlotte has done here. Good stuff. Already had Doughty, so didn't need the hit there. Is there any other move you'd make this week to set up better for next week, or should I just leave it as? So Charlotte, let me know in the chat there. You're not looking to free hit next week, I'm going to assume. Yeah, you haven't. If you're not going to free hit if you've done KDB to Son, Haaland tomorrow, so that's all good there. So looking at your team then for next week, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the moment. Yeah, so you're well set up. -4 is fine. Sorry, 2 free transfers this week. Use KDB, Son, Haaland, Morris, all good. Okay, I think you're good to go, Charlotte. Then could probably play Pedro Porro over Estepinian, but Estepinian didn't start the Europe game, so he might get to start this week. So I can see why you're starting Pedro Porro there, but I'm just going to mess you back. Good to go, Charlotte there. But if you're watching, you'll have seen me. You'll have heard my recommendations there. But yeah, just got back to there, Charlotte. I think you're good to go. You have 7 for next week then. and then two transfers and -4 will get you. We'll get you 9 then, yeah. Right, so we'll end that poll. 51 votes on it. How many players will you have for free hitting? And then we'll get this Solanke one going. We'll see what the right. Let's see the triple captaincy chat going then as well. Right, just getting back to the message there. Right, straight away, 80% not free hit or not using their triple captaincy. I'd say everyone blew the load earlier on the Haaland one, but yeah, we've good stuff. 5.47k, so really appreciate that. We've got a decent increase on the subs this morning. We were 5.45, so we've got about 20 subs so far today. So really do appreciate that. We're just under 30. We're about, I think we're 29 looking at this here. Yeah, 29 off hitting 5.5k subs before the deadline. I really would appreciate it if we could at all. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do. Really would appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. You mightn't think it, but a little click of a mouse for you really motivates me to keep going with all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So yeah, really would appreciate it if you could at all. Just click that subscribe button. You can see the logo at the bottom of the screen there. Hit that, or head below me there, and click down there and hit subscribe. Really would appreciate it if you can at all. Good stuff. Right, share it. Let us know then if that's all right. But I've got back to you on Patreon there, on Telegram, and if anyone wants to join the YouTube channel as a member, hop down into the description below then as well. And I've also got a Patreon group as well. We've got a nice group going on over on Patreon. We're building up the YouTube members at the moment. So if you want to support the channel, less than a pint a month, the price of a pint a month, yeah, I'd really would appreciate that as well. Good stuff. Damien Gunning, do you like jam? Only strawberry jam. Good man. Cheers for tuning in, Damien. Always with that question every week, and it's always the same answer, but good man. Archie, I'm not using free hitting 29, and the other players that blank next week in my team are Saka and Palmer. So Archie, back to your team there. You reckon Haaland, Foden, Morris for Bowden if you're using... Okay, you're not using the free hit. Would try and keep Foden. Can you get Bowden elsewhere, Archie? Let us know. But I would try and keep Foden. He's City's main man there, to be fair. So I'd try and keep him. Would you start Estepinian or Chris Richards? Is that the Palace lad? Chris Richards against Luton. Definitely wouldn't start him against Luton if it is. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be starting him. Has he even played? Does he get minutes? Jeez, he does. 3.9. There you go. 14 points he got in Jesus, in game week 26. Very interesting. 3.9 million. There you go. Nice little budget enabler there for the Crystal Palace team. But no, I wouldn't start him with the Luton game. Maybe just start Estepinian. Hope he gets the start there. But there we go. We learned something there with Chris Richards. 3.9 million. He's getting 90s all over the board over the last couple of weeks. So very good. Right, there's a quick look back to my own team there. What's William saying in the chat there? Get the likes, subs and memberships going, lads. Appreciate that, William. Good man. Good stuff. Yeah, 28 subs now off hitting 5.5k. So smash that sub button below. Really would appreciate it if you could at all. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, and that would really help us a lot there. Yeah. Geez, you got the 14 pointer as well. Unbelievable class differential there. Very good. Thinking Estepinian as well. Yeah, that's fair. It's a risk if he starts or not, but yeah, that's completely fair. Make a poll of your triple captain in Solanke. 88% on no, 12% on yes. If I had it left, I probably would do it, to be honest with you. Danny Adich was asking there with a triple captain Solanke this week. If I had the chip available, I probably would. Yeah, I probably would use it. Would you bench boost for Flecken, Dallo, Neto and Udogi? No, Save it for 37, the biggest double game week of the season. Go back to my chip strategy, so I suppose I'll chat about that for a sec. So, game week 31, so no free hit for myself next week. As you can see on screen here, if I zoom out a bit, you'll see what I have on the bench anyway. But let's see if you can see that. All right, yeah, you can see that now. So, so Areola is 1, Doughty's 2, Son is 3, Morris is 4, Watkins is 5, Pedro Porro is 6, Taylor 7, and then next week then Hwang Hee-chan and Solanke to Tony. We're still going over there. What's going on with this? Hwang Hee-chan. Why is that on the loading screen there? I don't know. Let me know if you can still see me there, lads. I'm on the phone here, and it's saying that the loading screen is starting again. But I think I'm fine. Do let us know in the chat if you can still see me. For some reason on the phone, it's showing the. But I'm still here, all good. But let me know if I'm still on screen for you. I should be, but for some reason on my phone, it's showing that the stream has started again. But I think it's all right. Yeah, I'm back. So I don't know why that was pretty weird there. But anyway, yeah. So 9 then with a -4. Solanke out, Tony in, and then Hwang Hee-chan to probably Bone, to be honest with you. Bone or Kudos, and then that'll get me the 9 starters. So that's what I'm looking for this week. Finton Burke, good man. Finton, hope you're keeping well, man. Start Estepinian or Udogi this week. Probably maybe Estepinian. Hope he gets the start. I can see Villa scoring anyway. Finton. Estepinian didn't play the Europe game. So maybe start Estepinian, but if you can at all, Finton, let's have a look at your team on Patreon here, because you were chatting to me yesterday. Right, back to Finton's team. Where is he? Oh yeah, okay, you have Doughty. Okay, fair. So Finton's team is Dubravka, Gabriel, Estepinian, Doughty, Saka, Gross, De Bruyne, Foden, Douglas Luiz, Haaland and Watkins. What did I tell him to do? Son and Morrison this week if he's not free hitting. Yeah, so Morris in for Haaland, as I would say. Maybe Mubama in for that was it, wasn't it? Mubama to Morris, KDB to Son. Yeah, probably would start Estepinian there, Finton, if you're still on there. But yeah, that's what I would say. Good stuff. Right. Hope we didn't lose people when that went back to the loading screen for some reason. Maybe it wasn't. William saying I'm alright there. Good stuff. But that was weird. I think the stream started again on the phone or on the app anyway. But anyway, we're still going. Good stuff. Right. Grand Cal, earlier some weeks ago, people were talking about triple captain and Solanke. Is that crazy to do after injury update? It's not crazy. I do think he will start the 2. His minutes just might be reduced if Bournemouth are up by a couple. If Bournemouth are up by a couple this today against is it today they're playing? Yeah, 3 o'clock, is it? Yeah, if Bournemouth are up by a couple at the 3 o'clock game, they might take him off early, and then the next game is Wednesday. So he's a bit of a rest until Wednesday, Solanke. So I do think he is fine. He should be able to get some minutes over the 2 games. But yeah, I think he should be all right. Would a triple captain him? Yeah, to be honest, I would. Yeah, good stuff. Finton, let us know if that's alright, man. But yeah, I probably would just start Estepinian there. Goodbye, William. Thanks for that. If you're wildcarding, what would you go with? Seems to be a few going with a later decision to wildcard in 28. Right, if I was wildcarding this week, you need to have the blank gimmick in mind next week. So if I was wildcarding, right, I had it in my notes here. Let's have a quick look at the wildcard team that I would have. So probably triple Spurs, really. Maddison and Son. Maybe Tony. Well, no, you want Solanke this week, and then in mind of having Tony and Tony to Solanke, or Tony in for Solanke next week then as well. Doughty for sure, with the double game week and the fact that he plays in the blank game week. So excuse me. But Son, Maddison out of the Spurs lads. Maybe, to be fair, Neto and goals for Bournemouth. Right, let's get this up. What I had. Yeah, Saka Saka obviously, Morris. Right, so Watkins, Morris, Solanke up top is what we'll go for on wildcard. Then Solanke to Tony next week then as well to get your extra player in for the blank game week. Doughty in the fence, Neto in the fence, and then a cheap keeper on the bench if you want for next week then. So if you have Neto, maybe Areola or Flecken if you can at all on the bench then as well. I suppose I might as well build it and put it on the screen for everyone here. If this wants to load at all. Right, so move this light out of the way. Hopefully it doesn't do anything. Good stuff. Right, so if I was wildcarding, this is what I would be doing. So we'll get this going. So Neto this week. Estepinian out for Doughty, we'll say. Would I keep Gabriel? Maybe. I'll probably keep at least one Arsenal. We'll see how it looks later. But Zabarny, good stuff. And then him out there. And then in defence or in midfield, Saka definitely stays. Son there as well. Hopefully you can't hear that in the background, but I think me housemate is absolutely dying. She was out last night, so hopefully she's alright there in the bathroom. Who else do I need in midfield? Madison for thingy there for next week. Then up front, then Haaland is going out for Morris. Good stuff. So at the moment, Pedro Porro potentially probably stays in there. Bowen on the bench as well, and then sub in Bowen for Madison this week. So anyone who's just tuning in, this is your wildcard team for this week if you are doing it. And then right, so you've triple. Probably would go Flecken, on the bench. Maybe even Regulon then as well. Flecken. And then probably double up on Regulon, maybe I'd say, yeah. Right, so that's a wildcard team there for this week, and then next week then it gets you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Solanke to Tony be 10. So am I right in saying that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 there, and then two transfers next week. A -4 will get you 11. To be honest, I wouldn't wildcard this week. I'd save it if you can at all. I don't see the benefit of wildcarding this week and having you built up for the free hit next week. The fixtures aren't great at all, but if you want to, going back to what I had there, if you want to, that's a wildcard team there. But I'm not mad in it at all. You're wildcarding in Bournemouth, lads. You're wildcarding in Luton, lads. You're wildcarding in double Brentford. That's just a recipe for disaster. So no, I wouldn't be going for that at all. Definitely not. Good stuff. Right, back to the chat, I suppose here. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, quick reminder then as well, please do hit that subscribe button below. We're on the road to 5.5k subs. We're 20, 27, 28 off it now, just looking at it here. So really would appreciate it if you can at all. Hit that subscribe button and help me get there. Really would appreciate it. Right, Foden, Palmer and Bowen, pick 2. Palmer and Foden, maybe Bowen as well, but I think Foden, you need him in there, to be honest with you. Do you think it's a good idea to use free hit for next week and then use wildcard for game week 37? Not wildcard 37, that's far too late. MAM there, definitely not. Free hit next week is fine if you have enough players for this week, but for next week, or if you don't have enough players, sorry, if you don't have 7+, I'd be looking at free hit territory then. But with my own team, so that's a quick look at the wildcard team for this week. But I'm going to get rid of it now. I'm going to reset this just because I don't want to think about wildcarding as all. Yeah, so reset this. I already have 3 lads, so come back to this then as well because that's not done. But Doughty, I'll add them in quickly. So Doughty for Estepinian. De Bruyne to Son. And Watkins to Haaland then. or Haaland to Morris. I don't know where I'm getting Watkins. Morris then. Good stuff. Right, and then next week with next week then we've won Pedro, Porro and Taylor will be coming into the team then. So Gabriel and Saliba move to the bench. So 3-man defence, 4-man in defence with Areola. So we do have a full defence to be fair. And then Wang to Bowen is what I would do. So 2-man midfield and then Solanke and Tony. So missing out on 2 midfielders, 2 attackers. So people who are free hitting, they're going to have Douglas Luiz, they're going to have Bowen then as well. But I'm looking to get Bowen in anyway. But yeah, that's how I'll be set up. 9 players, it's fine. We can get by. I potentially should be getting a red arrow, but that's all right. We'll worry about that then, and hopefully make the ground back up after that then. Good stuff. Right, Imog Dugba looking good for game week 29. Areola, Doughty, Cabora if he starts. Don't think he will, but anyway, it's all right. He might get some minutes. Porro, Barkley, Bowen, Watkins, and Tony. Sunning for Gross next week. That let me reach 9 players. You'll probably be on 8 Imog Dugba with Cabora. Might get some minutes. Let's have a look at how Cabora is looking over the last couple of weeks, but I don't think he was definitely benched last week when I was looking at that Luton game. But Cabora 4 million. Oh no, he played last week. Fair enough. So my bad. It was a Liverpool game. So yeah, Cabora 90 minutes. Should get minutes so over the double. So you have 9. So apologies on that, Dugba. You might be all right there. And 9 players. So Porro, Barkley, Bowen, Watkins, and Tony. Sunning for Gross next week. That'll reach 9. That's all good. Even if you want to take a hit, then you could get 10. Just bear in mind on the attackers, you'll want Sunning. That's fine. Bowen, Watkins, Tony, maybe Morris, maybe Solanke to Morris then next week to get your attackers then as well. Good stuff. Cool. What's the like on? We're on 41 likes. Excuse me. We fairly blew up on the likes there, so appreciate that. If you are still watching and you're not subscribed, as I said, I'm going to keep reminding you, please do go down, hit subscribe on the channel. I really would appreciate it. Beats has sent his team in on Twitter, so we'll get to this, and we'll get to his team. Good stuff. Thanks for sending that in, man. Once this wants to load. Right, I hope it's under this one. Paul Beats, where are you, man? Maybe it was another one. Apologies if you can hear a bit of background noise in the back. It's only me housemates outside, but I mightn't be coming across. Might be alright. Right, here we go, Paul. 1 free transfer and 4.6 million in the bank. I don't mind taking a hit to get a decent team next week. Planning on same trip strategy as you. So my trip strategy at the moment is wildcard 31, dead end my team up until 31, and then wildcard 31, free hit 34, and then bench boost in game week 37. So Paul, as noted, he's on the same trip strategy as me. Bearing in mind, if everyone's team is different, so you mightn't have to be on the same trip strategy as me. Your team might need it, but 1 free transfer and 4.6 in the bank. Don't mind taking a hit to get a decent team. Right, at the moment, so Paul, you've 1 Areola, Son is 2, Tony's 3, Cabora's 4 at a push. So you have only 4, Paul, at the moment. Minus 4 will get you 6. So I'd be looking at maybe Estepinian to Doughty anyway. Maybe you can nearly go Ake to Doughty and hope Estepinian plays the game, but Doughty in defence for sure. Maybe Haaland to Morris if you're planning on free hitting next week, so that automatically gets you the two extra fixtures. So probably would go with that, to be fair. Haaland to Morris. Captain Solanke, Paul, so that's a minus 4. And then looking at your midfield, then it's okay. You don't really need to make any other changes. I think that's all right. You could potentially play Cabora over Ake. Do you know that, Paul? You could potentially do that, just because he did play 90 last week. And Bella's out for a while, so that means there's an extra slot in defence as well. So maybe just start the Cabora over Ake, and maybe Estepinian to Doughty. I know you're doubling up on Luton defence then as well, but you might get extra points. I can probably see Liverpool scoring at Anfield. Estepinian might even start. He didn't start the Europe game during the week, or on Thursday night. So maybe I'm a bit out there saying to start Cabora, but the fact that he did start last week, he could be coming back into the team then as well. They just lost, or maybe it was down his wing, was it? Digne scored, so he might be put back on the bench for not tracking back. But that's another note as well. Actually, it was Cabora's wing that Digne got in and got the header at the end. But maybe I'm reading into it too much. But I know Bella's out, so Cabora could come back in as well. But yeah, Estepinian to Doughty is what I would do. Halland to Morris. And that'll give you 3 Luton. You might get extra games from Cabora. Doughty will definitely play anyway. And then you can probably bench Ake then. But that's what I would suggest anyway. And then next week then Solanke to Watkins. Only thing then as well, yeah, you've no Watkins. But you might have to just forget about him this week and then go for Morris up top then, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That'll get you to then Estepinian 1, Doughty in for Estepinian, Areola 2, Son 3, Tony 4, Morris 5 for Halland if you do get him in, Cabora 6. You're probably looking like getting 8 next week then, Paul. But you are saying you want to take hits. To be fair, I'd nearly free hit Paul. Because Cabora, all depends what minutes he gets over the double. If he doesn't get much minutes, he'll be down to 5. And if I only had 5 players, I probably would be looking to free hit there, Paul, to be honest with you. But yeah, in 2 minds really there. But you have 6 then, you get to 8 all going well if all your players go well. Or if all your players play, that'd be 8. So probably look at that. But yeah, that's what I would say. Maybe the free hit there, Paul, because you'll be taking a -8. But yeah, I know that's probably what you want to hear if you're on the same chip strategy as me. But your team is different to mine. On the players I have on the bench and that, so maybe you'll probably be looking for the free hit. Good stuff. Right, Sean Friend in the chat. Hope you're keeping well, Sean. Are you doing Halland to Morris? It's done. Yeah, I did it last night before the drop, and then as I said, he gets the 2 extra fixtures. Hopefully he gets the return today, and then yeah, we can watch that City game relaxing tomorrow then. But fingers crossed we do get that Morris return. He's on penalties. Crystal Palace have been fairly leaky over the last couple of weeks. Fair enough, they didn't concede against Burnley, but Luton have been scoring freely as well. So you'd expect Luton to get one. So hopefully it is Morris who's on it as well. Did you mean free hit next week for 29, Paul? Yeah, I think you might have to. Yeah, yeah, I think you do. If you're on the same chip strategy as me, yeah, I think you'll have to free hit next week because your team is different to mine. I still won't be free hitting, but the fact at the moment you've only got 1, 2, Solanke 4, 3, Tony 4, Cabora could potentially 5, but not guaranteed minutes there. You could do Doughty and Morris to get 7 or 6, and then maybe take a hit then next week to get 8. Maybe leave it off. So Paul, maybe leave it off. You can get 8 if you do Halland and to Morris and Doughty to in for Estepinian then as well. So maybe go with that, and that's probably what I would say. But yeah, you could probably get away with it, but it's all depending on Cabora's minutes. You need him to start the next 3 games. Will he start? Probably might start at least 1, but maybe at a push 2. That's the only downside. Would you choose Zabarny or Doughty, Sean? It all depends. If you're free hitting next week, get in the Zabarny. But if you're not free hitting this week or next week, Sean, go for Zabarny, because you'll be able to get Doughty in next week. Bournemouth are favourites for the chance of at least keeping 1 clean sheet. So that's fine. Go for Zabarny. You won't be getting many attacking returns from Zabarny, but yeah, that's what I would say there. Good stuff. What are we? 47 minutes to go to the deadline. Keep the questions coming in as well. I'll throw up a tweet on Twitter saying I'm rating teams if you want to send them in below. Let's see if we get anything on stream then as well. But keep the questions coming. Right, let's see. Good stuff. Anything else you want me to chat about? Do let us know. But I'll tell you my plans then for for the free hit, non-free hit then next week then. But yeah, rating teams on the stream if you want to send them in below. Good stuff. And we'll see how we're looking then. Right, 45 minutes to go to the deadline. Just going to have a quick look on Twitter here on the phone if there's anything else happening on the thing. Now everyone's locking in. It's fairly so if I do free hit for 29, what would I be best for doing this week? Yeah, right. Back to Paul's team here. So if you are free hitting 29, I'd be going Estepin into a Bournemouth defender, and maybe just that's it. Estepin into a Bournemouth defender, maybe even Ake to Doughty, you know, and just to make sure you get the potential attacking returns from Doughty. So yeah, Estepin into Barney, Ake to Doughty. That's what I'd leave at that, Paul. If you are free hitting next week, and then you can get your piece of the Bournemouth defence. But yeah, that's what I would do. Keep Haaland, because there's no point getting rid of Haaland if you're free hitting next week, because you'll want him back then for 30 I should say. So if I'm not free hitting next week, I'll yeah, that's what I would do there. Yeah, Estepinion's a Barney. Get yourself some Bournemouth defence, and then Ake to Doughty. And then yeah, that's fine there. You've got an additional 2 double gaming players. Wouldn't get rid of Haaland for Morris just because you are free hitting next week. And Haaland could easily return against Liverpool. I was just getting Haaland out for Morris in because I'm not free hitting, so I'm automatically getting 2 extra fixtures. So yeah, just need Morris, as I said, to return in the 3 o'clock game, and should be alright then. Right, Mike on Twitter here is asking who should I start, Foden or Gross. Probably there Foden, to be honest, Mike. Ian Johnson here, if he's watching, shout out to Ian then as well. Good stuff. Right, Kobani is watching. We've got your team up here. So what's the plans, Ian, at the moment? Let us know if you're free hitting, Ian, next week, or if you're saving your free hit for later on in the season. But as of now, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 if Aldo Kill plays. So 5 at the moment. You might be pushing a free hit, but can you play Douglas Luiz? No, you can't. Team is looking decent, to be fair. If you're not free hitting next week, I'd probably go for an additional player. So maybe. Well, you can't maybe if you're not free hitting Haaland tomorrow, is what I would do if you're not free hitting next week. But if you are free hitting next week, I'd probably just go maybe Aldo Kiel to a Bournemouth defender and play him over Van Dijk. Let us know, Ian, if you aren't free hitting. But yeah, that's what I would say. Team is decent there, to be fair. Dubravka, fair enough, he's up against Chelsea, might get some save points. Van Dijk, Gabriel, Doughty, Son, Foden, Palmer, Saka, Haaland, Watkins, Solanke. All depends if you're free hitting or not, Ian. Let us know. If you are free hitting, that is a Barney in for Aldo Kiel. If you're not free hitting, you've one, as I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'd probably be loading up on more double gaming players. So Haaland to Morris, and maybe Haaland to Morris this week should be fine, and then you can stock up then and get 8 then next week. So you have 6 and then 8 then after that. So yeah, that's what I would say. Haaland to Morris -4, Dylan. All depends if you're no free hitting and you say you're not. So yeah, I'd go Morris in. You get the additional 2 fixtures. All good there. That's what I would do. Yeah, I think you're good to go then. Not free hitting, I'll just take 5 hits coming, 4 million, so not really worried about it. Haha, fair enough. Yeah, I'd go for that. So Haaland tomorrow this week if you're not free hitting, get the extra 2 fixtures, and yeah, you're good to go then. Good stuff. How are we looking in the chat? 28 watching. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. I really would appreciate it. We've Hannah up next here on Twitter, not free hitting next week. So at the moment she's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you're in good nick, Hannah. So, how's the team? Saka captain. No, Solanke could be a risk, but Saka's probably the next best captain, to be fair. If you're not free hitting, I'd nearly be tempted to go Haaland to Morris if that is your free transfer, and leave it at that then. But nice team, you're well set up for next week then as well. You're good to go. MF said then not going to free hitting, game week 29, wildcard 31, help. So at the moment he's got 1 and Areola, 2 and Son, 3, 4 the 2 lads up front, 5, 6. Yeah, so maybe Martinelli to Bowen this week, play him over Garnacho if you can, and then that'll be 7. Estepinian to Doughty, or maybe even Botman to Doughty. Maybe Botman to Doughty and hope Estepinian starts is what I would do. Then it get you to 7 this week, and then a -4 next week will get you to 9. Emma said hopefully that's alright if you are watching. Do let us know, but that's what I would be looking at with the plans. Good stuff there. Right, a few teams underneath this. I think did we get to everyone? Yeah, FPL Justice, right, we need to do him, Ian, and then the Fast Nail then as well. Good stuff. Keep the questions coming in then as I'm going through these teams. We've 40 minutes to go until the deadline, so still a lot to discuss then as well. And I'll be chatting you through my own plans for next week. Good stuff, yeah, 40 minutes to go, lovely. Right, who to bench? What are we saying? Who to bench and who to start? Also, should I sell Cabor to Doughty for -4 or just play him? Cabor did play the 90 last week. You can nearly do Estepinian to Doughty and then just play him over Cabor if you're not free hitting next week. But at the moment, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment for the blank game week. Estepinian to Doughty could be 6 if Cabor does play, and then maybe Gordon to Bowen, and then play him over Pedro Porro. That's maybe another suggestion there. But yeah, Estepinian to Doughty this week, and at least then you can play Doughty and Cabora and then bench Pedro Porro in defence. That's what I would do. Is -12 a bit too much though? FPL MF said back to you, for -12 don't do that, definitely don't do. So how are you looking then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the moment. Is that, let me know, is that with a free transfer, or have you free transfer? You have 6 at the moment with a free transfer, or maybe you've already used your free transfer. FMZ, let us know. But yeah, I wouldn't be taking a -12, definitely not. If you're considering a -12, don't do that. Just use your free hit. Definitely don't do -12. Definitely don't do that. But yeah, that's what I would say. CR7 the goat is free hitting. Good stuff. I had a free hit team made out there, or maybe we'll make a free hit team for next week then. We made a wildcard team. Now let's make a free hit team, I suppose. Bench Palmer, Foden or KDB. Will, can you start them all? Man, there. Palmer, definitely play Palmer, definitely play Foden. Maybe bench KDB, but you're benching a lot. You're benching a lot there, so no, I wouldn't do that there. FPL Beats, or sorry, not FPL Beats has just become a supported member on the channel. I appreciate that, man. Lovely to see that. That's mighty. Paul, I'll be messaging you on Twitter right after this with the links to the Discord, and that's really, or no, it's a supporter. Sorry, you're not in the Discord. But anyway, no, Beats at the membership. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. That's good stuff. That's really appreciated, man. Good stuff. I thought you were on the player too, but it doesn't matter. You're a member anyway. That's great to see, Beats. Really appreciate that, man. Shout out to Beats there as well. Good stuff. FPL Emma said 1 free transfer, thinking Doughty, Morris, Solanke in, and potentially Kirkes is for the upside. 1 free transfer, thinking Dart Rise. So back to FPL MF said there. Where are you? Right, here we go. Good man, Beats. Appreciate that. I appreciate yourself, man. I appreciate the help every week. Great to have you watching the streams then as well. Really love to see that. Good man. Right, so back to FPL MF said 1 free transfer, thinking Doughty, Morris to Solanke in, and potentially Kirkes for the upside. So Doughty, Morris is fine. Botman to Doughty, Haaland to Morris is fine. And then Kirkes for the upside, maybe, but that could push into a free hit then next week. So 1, 2, Morris would be 3, Tony 4, Watkins 5, Son 6, Areola 7. If you get Doughty, that's it. Okay, you don't need to. Maybe so Kirkes to Estepinian out and Kirkes in. Maybe that's what I would do. You'd have to go without Solanke then, is right. Yeah. Yeah, it's another thing going out without Solanke. Unless you bring in Morris and Captain Morris, FMZ, that could be another option. And just so if with the free hit and the non-free hit, yeah, it's not. Let me know, FMZ, what you definitely want to do. If you want a free hit next week, we can plan around free hitting next week, and you can stop up on board with players, so you can go Solanke in and that. But I don't think you need to. You'll have 6-7 if you go without Solanke, to be fair. But yeah, let us know what you want to do, because it's not what I want to do, because my team is different to yours. But I think you can get away without free hitting. But yeah, maybe if you're not free hitting, maybe go Morris in, Captain Morris. But Solanke could do you, but you could take the risk, especially if you're not. Okay, I won't free hit next week, wild card. Okay, that's right. So not free hitting, that's locked in our mind for now. So Reguilon Taylor is 2, Tony's 3, Watkins 4, Son is 5, Areola is 6. So you have 6 at the moment. You could do Botman to Doughty is 7, maybe Solanke in for Haaland this week, and you'd still be on 7, and then Solanke to Morris next week will get you to 8. I think do go for that. That's what I would say. Yeah, go for that. Haaland to Solanke, you're on 7 anyway, and then Solanke to Morris next week will get you 8. Maybe even 9 then, a -4 with Gross a bone. I think you're set up well then, FMZ. So not free hitting next week. You've Reguilon Taylor, Tony, Watkins, Son, and then Areola. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 at the moment. Haaland to Solanke this week still leaves you on 6. Is that even? Sorry, 1. Doughty is 2 if you bring Botman in for Doughty. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So sorry, Doughty in gets you 7. Doughty in gets you 7. Solanke in for Haaland still leaves you on 7. Morris in for Solanke gives you 8. And then Gross to Bowen gets you 9. That's what I would do. It won't be sideways move though if I go for Solanke. No, I think you need to get Solanke in for the captaincy. No, I probably would just go for it. Attack the double game week this week. You have 7. Solanke in for Haaland, and then Solanke to Morris gets you 8. Bowen in next week gets you 9 then as well. I think you're good to go with that, FMZ. Yeah, I think you're good to go. Let me know if that's all right with you, but I think that's fine. I think you're fine with that. Thanks again to Beats as well for the membership. We've got a few more here as well. Stapey as well, good man, Stapey. Hope you're keeping well. What are we on then? We are 33 minutes to go. Good stuff. Right, we're about 26 subs off hitting 5.5k. So if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. We're trying to get to 5.5k subs before the deadline. Shout out to Beast there as well for the membership on the channel. Really appreciate that, man. Right, any other poll can we get going? Yeah, we'll see how many double gaming players people have this week. That's what we'll do. FMZ, is that alright? You came knocking on my door. Right, let's see how many doublers people have, and then we'll get back to the chat then. Right, Sean Frayne, hope you're keeping well, Sean, good man. Solanke captain, all good. Pity of Senesi is right, yeah. Neto and goals, all good. Are you free hitting next week, Sean? I'm assuming you are. I think we were chatting about that. Yeah, you've won. Yeah, you have to free hit. You have 2 players for next week, so yeah, you can probably focus on double gaming players then this week. I suppose have you already done your transfer, Sean? Let us know. But yeah, Solanke all good there. Watkins, Haaland, De Bruyne. I'd be tempted De Bruyne out and get probably a punt on Bowen or Son this week, Sean. And then Garnacho, Liverpool. Garnacho Foden, not Garnacho Liverpool, Saka, all good in midfield. Defences are probably a wee bit light, but they're all home fixtures. Gabriel and Neto should do well. I can probably see Everton scoring against one, but no. I think you're all good there. And then Van Heck against Nottingham Forest. He's a nice little cheap lad for you, but he's getting games as well, so that's all good then there too. Good stuff. Right. Back to this then. So Sean, let us know if you made any transfers. Beats who all doubled this week? I can't even remember. Just Luton and Bournemouth is all. Luton and Bournemouth, just 2 teams doubling. That's all beats. Just 2 teams. But back to Sean's team here. Sri Lanka captain, all good. Let us know, Sean, if you're doubling, or if you're free hitting next week, and we'll get back to you. But I think you do need to free hit this week. If you are, probably would take a punt on getting rid of De Bruyne and bringing in Son and either or Bowen as well. But let us know, Sean. I think you are free hitting though, but do let us confirm. Started as is or make subs, brought in Bowen, Morris and Doughty for -4 already. Doughty, Mengi can't see much returns from Mengi, maybe appearance points is all. Gabriel, Areola, all grand. Bowen, De Bruyne, Foden, Saka, Morris, Watkins, Sri Lanka captain. For -4 already, no, I'd leave it at that. No need to bring in the subs. You as well keep De Bruyne. If you've made your transfers already. Team is fine there. Good man, Brian Cody. I think you're all good to go there. Good stuff. Right, 29 minutes to go. Keep the questions coming. We'll get through everything then. We've 29 minutes until the deadline. Just gonna have a quick look at my own Patreon group, make sure everyone's all right. Right. Good stuff. Do a bench Foden or Palmer, Craig? Can you start the two? Let us know. A lot of people ask me, should they be benching Watkins? Definitely don't be benching Watkins anyway. Right. Brian, cheers man, love the content, keep it up, appreciate that. Right. Finton, what are you saying? Is Finton still watching? Finton's team here on Patreon: Dubravka, Gabriel, Opinion, Doughty, Saka, De Bruyne, Foden, Douglas Luiz, Morris captain, Watkins, Haaland. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, Michael, is there a doubt Poro only comes off the bench after injury, deciding who to start, Udogi or Poro? It's true. That's true. I do think Poro comes back into the team. He's a main man anyway on that side. Right. Good stuff. Just getting back to all the Patreon lads here. Right, back to this. We'll get back to the Patreon messages again before the deadline. Triple captain Sri Lanka Elf, if you have it. Nothing wrong with triple captain in Sri Lanka. Nothing wrong at all. Sean, all the transfers used was just considering doing Senesi to the Barney for a fit. So for a hit. So Van Heck wouldn't play. I'm free hitting. Yeah, maybe so. Bring in Zabarni, you get an extra fixture, and you'll be hoping to get the clean sheet against Sheffield. Adam Maguire, thoughts on wildcard with no doublers and Opinion, and leaving myself with 11 players who play next week. Send in your team, Adam. Let us have a proper look at it. I wouldn't be pushed into a wild card. I wouldn't fall into the trap of next week, to be honest with you. I do think it's a bit of a trap. People are losing their minds over a blank game when the fixtures aren't even that good. So I wouldn't be phased by that, really, to be honest with you. Yeah, Michael Porro, maybe I probably would start Porro. Yeah, to be honest. Yeah, I think Porro, he's on set pieces. He should get the start. Let's see if we get any news before the deadline. I don't think we will, but I think Porro, just because he's on set pieces. Start Porro over double Arsenal defence. No. Double Arsenal defence like I have there. Definitely start the Arsenal lads. Villa will score. I do think Villa score. But it's just good news. Porro will be back for next week. That's all. And start Palmer or Gordon. Out of those, try and play the two. I think there'll be goals in that Chelsea and Newcastle game, but I'd start Palmer over Gordon. Palmer on penalties. Isaac is taking the penalties off Gordon now, so yeah, Palmer in there, and then you're good to go. I think there, yeah, good stuff. Dunica Power, should I take a -8 to do an additional transfer to Bruyne to Bone? I'll have 8 players for next week then, plus any players I bring in next week. Not mad on the -8, to be honest with you. If it was -4, all well and good, but -8, Dunica, maybe not. De Bruyne could do well, but I've already got rid of De Bruyne to myself. Does give it the extra player though for next week, true. Maybe go for it, but I'm not mad in it. I'm not mad in the -8. As I said, if it was a -4, it would have been fine. But yeah, maybe not the -8. Good stuff. Triple captain Solanke. I'd go for it. Yeah, I'm just gonna check something here on my other laptop and get that up beside it. But Michael, I'm on about Porro. Any doubt? There is a small doubt, but I think it's good. It's good to get Porro when he's back training. He's back training, and yeah, I think he should come back and straight into the team then as well. He's on set pieces, as I keep saying, so I think it's worth starting him over Udogie. Pubble Skull, hope you're keeping well, man. Mono here. Neto, Zabarni, Doughty. Sorry, now I'll get this up. Right, so Neto. Right, back to, sorry. Neto, Zabarni, Doughty, Gabriel, Saka, Foden, KDB, Palmer, Solanke, Captain, Haaland, Watkins. Took a -4 and attack to 3 Bournemouth this week, and free hit next week is I think my best options. Thoughts, yeah. If you're going for if you're going for the free hit next week, just load up on the double gaming players for Bournemouth. That's all well and good there. Good stuff. Right, how are we looking? Cool, good stuff. 31 watching, and we just hit 5,480. So we're 20 subs off hitting our 5.5k goal before the deadline. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do. I really would appreciate it. Hop down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're 20 away from hitting our 5.5k goal. So really would appreciate it if you could at all. I've got the sub count here beside me. I'll keep an eye on that, but I really would appreciate it if you can. And is there validity in Captain and Morris? The more I think about it, I'm going to be very brave if I go for it. It could pay off. I do think Solanke gets subbed off early in the Sheffield United game. But the damage could be done by then. Michael is the only thing. Solanke is going to be probably less than 200% effective ownership with the triple captaincies and that, but you'd be brave to go against Solanke, but there's good reason to go against him, to be honest, with the injury. But I think he will start the 2 games. But yeah, we'll see. I can just see Zufi's comment right below it. Where is Haaland? He's gone, Zufi. If you watch the video during the week, Haaland to Morris, yeah, I'm not free hitting in 29, so that's why Morris is brought into the team. He gets an additional 2 fixtures then as well. So that's why I've done it. That's why I've done it, Zufi. Yeah, if you're not free hitting, I'd be doing that. Morris transfer in 2 extra fixtures, and Haaland is up against Liverpool, whereas Morris up against Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, and Nottingham Forest at home. So yeah, I think it's worth it. Right, so back to Mono. Did I even answer your question, Mono? I did, yeah. If you're free hitting next week, attack the 3 Bournemouth. That's all well and good there. Good stuff. 19 subs off hitting 5.5k. So if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. Really would appreciate it if you can at all. We've 21 minutes to get to 19 subs, so nearly a sub a minute if you can at all. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, I'm going to assume the majority of you are subscribed anyway. But if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. We're 19 subs, 18 subs now. Good stuff. We're getting there. 18 subs away from 5.5k. Zufi, if you are free hitting, don't get rid of Haaland. Man, only one free transfer for 30 if you do that. If I don't use my free... Okay, what's he saying? If I don't use my free transfer next week, then he use my free hit. Then you use my free hit for game week 29. Will I still have 2 free transfers for game week 30? Great content as always. No, you'll only have your 1 free transfer for 30. Yeah, so if you free hit, say for example, then next week I have this team. If I did Solanke to Tony, right, and then I press my free hit, I'll still have Solanke in my team the week after. If you press your free hit, all your transfers that week are going to go back to your normal team. So don't be thinking you're getting around it by doing Solanke to Tony, then pressing your free hit button. No, that won't work. Solanke would still be in your team then. That's what I would say. Cool, good stuff. Right, yeah. So that's a little thing on the free hit there. 17 subs off, good stuff. 17 away from 5.5k. So we're nearly there. Come on, 19 minutes to go. Can we hit 5.5k subs before the deadline? Haaland tomorrow for a hit, Sufi. Yeah, only if you're free hitting. Madison or Tony this week. This week Madison. Next week Tony. This week Madison. Next week Tony. Right, good stuff. Ryan Christie or Tahi Chong? Maybe Chong. Countdown is on. Good stuff. Yeah, 17 subs. If you can at all, if whoever's watching, if you're not subscribed, please do. We're very close to hitting 5.5k. That'd be much appreciated if you can. Adam Barry, sorry I missed yours. Hope to keep him well. -8 for Haaland tomorrow, leaves me with 8 or 9 for next game week. Adam, I think I'd go for it. Yeah, you get your 2 extra fixtures. I'd go for it. Yeah, I think you're good to go there, Adam. Hope you're keeping well, man, as well. Long time no chat. Hope all is well with yourself. Yash, sorry, I left your question above. Where are you? Areola, Dubravka, Zabarny, Estepinian, Gabriel, Saliba, Poro, KDB, Foden, Saka, Gordon, Palmer, Solanke, Haaland, Darwin. 2 free transfers, right? Solanke, Haaland. I do Darwin to Morris, and then KDB to Son. Yeah, that's what I would do. Darwin to Morris, KDB to Son. That's what I would do. Yash, hope all good there. KDB to Bowen this week or KDB to Madison next week? Isaac. KDB to Bowen this week or KDB to Madison? Maybe Bowen. Yeah, he has a Burnley fixture. Nice. Well, not a massively good fixture, but he could easily do well against Aston Villa then as well. Right, what's Eddie saying here on the Patreon? Someone's asked me, should we benching Haaland? Definitely don't bench Haaland. 16 subs, 16 minutes, and we're 16 subs away from hitting 5.5k. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna put a tweet, see if we can hit it. Right, let's see. Can Twitter do its thing? Hey mate, hope you're feeling better. Loving the videos, Oritis. Really appreciate that. As I'm sure you can hear in my voice, I'm feeling a lot better. Had a bad flu there for about a week, but thankfully I'm over it. Right, that's posted on Twitter. Let's see if Twitter can do its thing. 15 subs in 15 minutes. We're 15 off hitting 5.5k. Right. Jack Coates, start Louise, Palmer or Garnacho. Palmer for sure. Back up to the top. We missed a few there. You want free hit Mono next week? No, I should get to 9 next week, so I'm all good then. Estepinian or Dallo? Probably Dallo. Zufi, the thing is I'm a Liverpool fan and I need to back my team even if I am free hitting. What were you saying, Zufi? What, start Gordon or Haaland? I have to start Haaland. Yeah, you have to. 14 subs, good stuff. Maybe Twitter is doing its thing. 14 subs off hitting 5.5k. The countdown's on, as William says there. 14 subs, 14 minutes and 14 subs. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. Right, back to the chat. Evan, what three should have started out of Doughty, Walker, Van Dijk, Porro, Brantwaite? Doughty definitely, Porro probably as well. Not Brantwaite at United. Maybe Walker then there as well. Good stuff. Right. Am I free hitting and gave me 29? Connor, no. I'll have 9. Right, thoughts on wildcard. Neto, Zabarni, Gabriel, Palmer, Son, Saka, Watkins, Morris, Solanke. Bench, Areola, Langa, Udogi, Reguilon. All fine. 2 Bournemouth defenders, Gabriel, Bowen. So then for next week you'll have Bowen 1, 2, Son, Watkins 3, Morris 4, Areola 5, Alanga 6, Udogi 7, Reguilon 8. So you have 5. And yeah, I think that wildcard is fine. Good stuff. We're 13 off hitting 5.5k now. Right. Bench Dallo or Estepinian? Probably Estepinian. Or maybe you start Estepinian, hope Dallo, or hope it starts. That's what I would say. Zufi, I have a conflict of interest with KDB and Haaland playing Liverpool. Should I do KDB to Bowen for a hit? Probably not for a hit, to be honest with you. Maybe Son in if you can. Right, good stuff. Right, back to this then. How we looking? 12 subs off hitting 5.5k. We're nearly there. 12 minutes to get 12 subs. So if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. Good man, William, telling people to sub. What are your opinions? I have to start 2 of the following players: Palmer, Garnacho, and Bailey. Palmer and Garnacho. Maybe United need to win this morning, so maybe Garnacho could get something. Start Maddison or Bailey? Probably would start Maddison. Can see goals in that game for Spurs. Bench Gross or Foden? That's a tough one. Gross could do well, but Foden's the man in form at the moment. It's going to be a tight game at Anfield, but Foden is in the form of his life at the moment, so I probably would go with that. We're 10 subs off. We just hit 5,490. Zufi, good man, you just got us 10 subs away. Anyone watching, if you aren't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. 10 subs off hitting 5.5k. We've 11 minutes to get 10 subs. Good man, Zufi. We're now 9. These were flying it. Love that. Final push on. 9 subs off hitting 5.5k. Come on, we can do it, lads. We can do it. Good stuff. Right, 11 minutes to go. 9 subs. That's great going. Zufi, appreciate the 2 subs there. Good man for that. Good stuff. Right, I'm just gonna send my own team to my Patreon group just so they know about it. Palmer, Garnacho, KDB, Foden, Saka have to drop one. Maybe Garnacho there. Maybe Garnacho probably would play De Bruyne over Garnacho, but that's a tough one there. Right, I'm gonna send my Patreon team, my own team. Then we've 10 minutes to get back to everyone on chat here. Then good stuff. Right, 9 subs, 10 minutes to get 9 subs if you can at all. 8 subs now. 8 subs. We're 8 subs away of hitting 5.5k. Come on, just subscribe, Jer. Good man. Start Poro or Estepinian. It's tough. I probably would start Poro. Estepinian, Brighton are just dreadful, and Poro could always get an attack in return from a set piece. So maybe Poro is what I would go with there. But I really appreciate that subscription, Jer. Hopefully we can keep you here on the channel for the foreseeable. Right, 8 subs, 10 minutes to get 8 subs. Come on, we can get there. Come on, we can get there. Let's go back to the chat here then. How are we looking? Start Palmer or Foden. 2 of them.